Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another backpack brawl video. Today we'll be running with Sage and we're going for a specific build this time. There is a build out there that can potentially kill your target in just a matter of seconds using fire and a sword that crits with that fire. So let me just get up a few key items that we'll be looking for throughout this run, and hopefully we get lucky and are able to complete it. So this first item, and a very important one at that for this build, is simply the oil. Now this is going to inflict fire on our opponent after we first inflict fire on them. So we'll be trying to get as many of these as we can, because this will be our main source of inflicting that fire debuff. Now this next item is a shared item, so any hero can pick this up, and this is the Book of Everlasting Flame. Now for this build, the most important thing about this item is that at the start of combat it inflicts one fire. So that means all of our oils will immediately follow it and inflict their fire debuff on the opponent as well. Another great quality of this item is that damage from fire no longer removes fire. So the way fire usually works is, let's say you have 5 fire on you, you'll take the 5 damage and then it'll reduce by 1. And then the next tick, you'll only take 4 damage. So this prevents that. However, that shouldn't make much of a difference if we are able to build this build, because we should be killing them very quickly and not really relying on the fire damage itself, but rather the crit from the fire sword, which is here. And there we go. So, the special quality about this particular weapon is that per fire on the opponent, it gets +1 damage and +10% critical damage. So you can imagine if there's a whole heap of fire debuff on your opponent, this sword is going to hit for a crazy amount. Now we'll also be looking out to create a couple of magic belts if we can, and this is going to increase the uses of our oil potions by 200%, because it gives us +2 use on each potion that it's connected to. So that's very important. Last but not least, we're simply looking for items that will improve our crit chance, such as these leather boots and this werewolf paw. And Sage also has an item that does a similar thing here, the refined jade. So that's the game plan, guys. Why don't we jump in and see what we can get.
Silence speaks.
Now that was really fortunate for us. We've got 2 wooden swords on our first roll of the shop. Why are these important? Because they build into this flaming sword that we're going to go for. But I'll pick up the bag first and then just block these 2.
Mist that fade.
Now you may be wondering why I'm not putting anything on the fanny pack just yet.
Is poetry.
I mean, that's because we're already over stamina. It's not going to make a whole lot of difference here. Okay, so we've got our iron sword. The next items we're looking out for are these whetstones. And that's going to get us to our next stage here. Pick up some econ, gladly. For now, I'll just pick that up for a bit of extra damage.
Your last breath was poetry.
And smacking through our opponents at the moment. Got another econ item. That's wonderful. And I might rearrange my bag a little bit. There we are.
Swift, silent, sacred.
Okay, those are our first boots. I'm going to pick that up now. And just throw them in there. I don't think we have any luck at the moment, so I'm happy to pick up that rose. And I'll grab this rock as well. And the reason why the rock is particularly good with Sage is because of her satchel here. So per weapon inside this bag here, you have a 25% chance to get one iron bolt, which is where we're getting our bolts from, because we have these two weapons in here. So I'm going to throw the rock in here. This counts as a weapon, although it only fires once, it doesn't matter.
Poison has spoken.
Some more econ. Going to start building our belt here. And what I'll do here is I'll sell this arrow so we can upgrade our weapon again to keep us at a decent power level. Now for my usual run-throughs with Sage, I'd be looking out for these skulls as well, because they combine into the most powerful of the arrows, but for this run we won't be doing that.
The poison has spoken.
Seems like the game really wants us to, though. It's just giving us two more. No thank you. Here we go, we've got our first whetstone for our sword here. We're just looking for one more of those. We're okay for bag space at the moment, but I do like the fanny packs. We've got our second boots here, and because this is on sale, I'll pick it up and then lock that.
Poison has spoken.
Whew, that was a pretty close match, but we managed to pull through. Ah, this is also what we're looking for. That's fantastic. So we just got our last two items that we need to create our fire sword. I was quite lucky actually. I'll pick that up in this. And sure, I'll get these, but I don't have space for them at the moment. That'll do.
The poison has spoken.
So none of these uniques are taking into account that we're trying to win in just a few seconds. None of these uniques are all that helpful for us. But this one has a small chance at the start to get us plus 20% crit damage, so I might as well pick that up. We'll grab that too. That's not what we want. This item can help us with our crit chance. So I'll pick that up. There we go. I'll do a bit of bag rearranging. There we are, that's looking okay. Now, we haven't found a single oil yet, so I'm going to start having to banish epic items, the purple items.
The mask remembers.
Ooh, she had a good build, check that out. Very nice. She got ourselves a Thunder Sword and a Bulwark so early in her run as well. It's fantastic, good on her. Got demolished. So none of those are epic. But that bag is. So we'll get it out of the pool. We will pick up another one of those fanny packs. You can see here that our Jade Stone, after one round of battle, turns into a refined Jade. So it improves its stats a little bit. I might pick another one up to increase this Flaming Sword's crit chance even further by another 10%. Some more econ is great. And another bag. So we've just rolled 2 more epic items. So I'll be getting rid of those. And the way this banish works is it removes the item from the pool. So now whenever this game would roll an epic item, it will no longer roll those things. So it does give us a higher chance to get those oils that we're after.
Your last breath was poetry.
We're still we're still winning fairly quickly. That's nothing compared to what we could be doing. We'll go keep hunting. The bat is an epic as well, so we'll get rid of that. And so is this lava rock. Oop. Nothing useful here. Because this is on sale and we're low on cash, I'll just pick it up for this round to give us a little bit of a boost. Or so I suppose more accurately, our opponent a little
breath was poetry.
A little bit of extra difficulty, but that doesn't seem to matter because their stamina was near full most of that fight. That's okay. Okay, so we've got 2 death essences, and again, usually I'd love to see these because they obviously combine into the skulls, and then those skulls combine into those massive arrows here. But alas, we don't want them. Not now. So you could pick up another Jade Stone, and after doing a bit of rearranging, we could get our Flaming Sword up to 90%. So I'll take that. So this is a pretty good item for Sage as well, granting you additional bolts and giving them a bit of extra damage. That's really nice, but not what we want for this run. It isn't epic, so I'm going to say see you later. We'll pick up that bag and roll again. Hey, we finally got our belt. It took us quite a while, but we got there. I'll get rid of that skull so we can get a bit more economy, so we can afford to roll some more. And then I might do a little bit of rearranging with this bag still. Now, unless we're moving this repeater further away, which we will do eventually, we've got limited space around our flaming sword. I've also forgotten to take into account these crit bags that we picked up, which give us plus 10 critical chance, which is fantastic. So that's a base of 20, plus another 30 for each leather boot, but only for the beginning of the match, but that's all we care about with this build. So that's 20 plus 60, that's 80, 90, and then that should be 100% crit, just with the items that we have now. That's great, but we haven't found any oils yet, still. So, this here is an epic. What I might even do here is sell these and the rock. So I got 5 gold, enough to banish that. I don't want to see you again. Okay, let's go for our next fight.
Your last breath was poetry.
You see all those big yellow numbers in the fight? Yeah, that's us critting consistently. It's just a shame we don't have much fire on our opponent yet, so we're not critting for very much. Some more econ. Now here we've found our dusty book, which is great because that builds into the Book of Everlasting Flame, which is important for this build. That's definitely a win, but we will be getting rid of this life essence here. And we've already got what we need for the speed essence, but we're now at 10 cost for rerolls. So I think I might avoid that, and instead I'll just reroll and see what we can find. We're not getting very lucky, unfortunately. Speaking of luck, I'll grab that and maybe lock the golden egg too. Okay, that's looking okay.
Blood will repay blood.
So we'll pick up that egg. Ah, there we go. We got 2 of the items that we wanted in the one reroll. So this magic essence is important for us to improve our leather belt. And then of course the oil, the elusive oil. We'll pick both of those up straight away and keep rolling. Now it's possible that we would be able to build another belt, so I might grab that as well. There we go, we've got our fanny pack. Could do another roll or 2. And get some more econ. So we'll combine that belt and get that oil on. We're still looking for that burning water. That's going to get us that everlasting flame. We'll keep an eye out for that. So you got a 100% crit chance. Or we were, until those leather boots wore off.
Poison has spoken.
But we just don't have the fire yet. Do we need these? I don't think so, not really. So we'll save the gold. That's tempting. But not for our build. We'll get ourselves another sash for potentially another belt. It's getting really expensive to reroll now. We'll just leave it at that. Unfortunately, we didn't get very lucky that shop round.
Your last breath was poetry.
The crown's looking pretty attractive. I'll get rid of that and just throw that in there. Now these golden tails, they combine with our boots to get us an extra 10% critical hit chance, but we're already at 100, so we won't need that. We did have however, pick up this sash here, so we'll combine that again for our belt. Just did some light rearranging with the bag. We're at 12 wins now, so I won't bother with that golden egg. That's hardly worth it. Now it's a little too late with this werewolf paw now. We've already at 100 again, so we'll just skip that. We don't need a third belt. We're really after those oils, which we can't seem to find. It's proving to be quite difficult. There we go. Okay, we got one more. That's good. And thanks to that belt, that adds another 2 effectively. Let's see how quickly we can take this Chana down.
Your last breath was poetry.
Okay, still took us 13 seconds, so quite a while. But we are still missing a key item, which is what our Chana has, that everlasting flame. Still no luck. Okay. Nope. That's alright. I'll do a little bit of rearranging to get another magic belt. There we go, that'll do. Phew.
Blood.
Ouch. Okay, at least this give us a little more time to roll. Let's see. Nope. Okay, we got another oil here. That's brilliant, and please do not combine. It's not what I want you to do. Aha! Finally! Okay. We've got what we wanted. It's a pity it's so late. Don't need these anymore. Can we get anything else? Maybe another oil. Now, of course, now that we've got one, another one comes up very quickly afterwards. And another. It's just daunting us now. But no more oils, unfortunately. Sure. And we lost that one too, that's a shame. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can watch an ad to get another life for us. One sec. There we are. Okay, now we've got it. The Book of Everlasting Flame. Now let's see if we can get any more oils here. That's what we're really looking for now. Well, we've always been looking for it, but there we go. Got another. No luck, unfortunately. Nope, really doesn't like us. Okay, that's alright. Now that we have this in our oils, I'm going to go ahead and sell all of these here. Okay. Why not? It's on sale. Okay. Alright, now that we've got our Everlasting Flame book, these oils should jump on immediately to our opponent, which means we should be critting for a large amount. Let's see. Whoa! Check out our damage, that was insane. So, it was 6 seconds, but we did some crazy damage. We got our biggest hit here for 480. Our poor opponent didn't stand a chance. We do need a bit of luck. How much do we need? 3. And I believe we don't need one of those. Let's keep rolling for more oils. We don't need that either. There we go, picked up one more. Okay, that's a shame, but here you go, this is what we've got. We got 5, that's alright. And we've got our 2 primary items and the crit items. Let's see how we go here.
Poison has spoken.
Oh, 2 hits and they're done. Okay. Let's check out the final details. So, alright. So we're winning in 6 seconds. That's still pretty good. That's a very quick fight. I do feel a little bit bad for our opponents here. But this is the power of the flame crit build. See our damage here. And our 2 critical hits. And our poor opponent just didn't stand a chance. Well, there you go. We got an okay amount of luck. We did manage to get all of the items that we needed, but we didn't get a great amount of oils, but still a good amount. And 2 of these magic belts. So I think what's most important in going for this build is to be banishing those epic items relatively soon in your run, so you get more of a chance to get what you need. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this run, and until next time, have a blessed week. And good luck with your own attempts if you do choose to do this.